So, continuing our exercise here today, I'd like you all to open up your teacher's manuals to page 3, where our Dean of Faculty, the great Robin, writes her intro and preface to good teaching. Audrey, would you read, please?
Good teaching comes from within. We cannot be good educators, just as we cannot be good parents if we are not true to our own strengths and ideals.
Rubbish, 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 rubbish! I'm sure you all agree.
Actually, I've always tried to model my teaching on Robin's preface.
Josh, shh, you're interrupting my exercise. Okay, my young scholars all, I want you to take that introduction and I want you to rip it right out of your teacher's manual.
Wait, what?
You heard me. Tear it all out.
Something tells me Rich wants to do his Dead Poets Society impression again.
Look, sister, there's no way I'm tearing this thing up. These things are worth $60, street value.
And I really like this preface. I don't understand.
All right, Christina, you think you're so smart? Stand up on this desk. You heard me. Stand up on that desk and get a new perspective on the workplace.
I'll do it.
No. Rich, with all due respect to your exercise and to Robin Williams, I don't think this is going anywhere. People in this room are worried about their jobs, not with reenacting irrelevant scenes from films.
Matt, nobody invited HR here today. And as assistant chair of poli-sci...
Assistant to the chair.
I am prepared to incapacitate you in any way that seems necessary.
Incapacitate me? Frank, that's a physical threat to a colleague. I'm going to have to give you a verbal warning.
All I have to do is apply a little more pressure to the carotid artery, Rich. Just say the word.
Frank, now you're going to have to stop by my office on your way home. I'm going to have to issue you a formal written warning.
Rich?
Actually, Frank, I think that Matt might be somewhat serious about those warnings right now.
You mind if I sit in, Rich?
Yes.
Robin,
What's happening with my job?
Actually, Robin, this is a closed-door meeting of the still fully autonomous political science department.
That's strange because the door is actually open.
Must be a metaphorical door.
Josh, how would you like this pen, metaphorically, lodged in your skull?
Okay. That's enough.
Rich, that's a verbal warning for you too, I'm afraid.
I can see that this meeting is already getting out of hand. Look, I know there's a lot of stress right now for a lot of the faculty here. With the hopes of clearing the air just a little bit, let's try a quick trust exercise that I learned in grad school. I'd like each of us to volunteer one thing that makes us happy when we think about our colleagues. Just one thing that you love about your coworkers, that you look forward to every day. Yeah, John?
The female foot.
Come again?
You heard me. The female foot. The toes, the arch, the heel, in the sand, in the mud. It don't matter. I love it all, sister.
Oh my God.
Oh, so when he offered to change my ankle bandages last spring. Okay. So does he want me to seduce him? Is that what he's trying to tell me?
In the late 60s, my friends and I did rain dance rituals late into the summer nights. We danced to the beat of a lone conga. Oftentimes, it would pour down rain, and we'd slip around in the mud and lose track of our clothing. If it's a crime to want to flash back to those days with my colleagues, well then, lock me up.
Rich, that meeting did not go very well.
Robin, I had them right where I wanted to until you came along.
Look, I have to be frank here. Jim Waters, he has a plan going forward that looks very robust.
What a brown-noser that guy is.
It's not that he's brown-nosing, he's doing his job. Now, what did I hear about some kind of a video presentation you're making?
Me making some films. By tomorrow noon, you'll be so stuffed with images of the raving fans of the Richter, you'll literally vomit it up.
Do you mean to tell me that your whole proposal, when your department is on the line, is going to be based on some video clips of you and your friends?
Robin, it's all about using the media. It's being mainstream. It's MTV. It's reality.
The reality here is that come this Friday, I have to make a decision that affects all the people that are under your care.
How do I know Rich? Well, I was his girlfriend about 25 years ago. I only dated him in secret, and of course, it wasn't really safe to be seen in public with Rich. I can't imagine what he thought I would say good about him. Well, unless
I'm Rich's personal trainer, believe it or not. He came to me about 3 years ago saying he wanted to bulk up. As a weightlifter in the steroids era, Rich is kind of the opposite of baseball players. He wants me to supply him with vitamin B12 and then tell everyone I actually gave him steroids. I had to draw the line the day he gave me a syringe and dropped his trousers.
I'm Dr. Wang, president of Beverly Regional Junior College. Through an array of highly trained staff and our cutting-edge technology and facilities, Beverly Regional has grown to be an outstanding junior college.
Dr. Wang.
Yes.
Rich Scott.
What?
Talk about Rich Scott?
Wait, you want me to talk about Rich Scott? I'm not going to talk about Rich Scott. I'm definitely not talking about Rich Scott on camera.
I'm Rich's neighbor in Georgetown, and it's definitely a ride living next to Rich. He's very friendly, always says hello or smiles at me or whistles. He's definitely friendly. The thing is, he has this bamboo fetish. I don't know how he gets it to grow up there, but he definitely does. It's taken over almost my whole yard. And the other thing is, he's trained his dog to, you know what, in my yard. He says it's necessary to fertilize the bamboo, which, as I've said, is taking over my whole yard.
I'm head librarian here. I think Rich wants me to verify that he is an avid reader, and I can definitely vouch for him. In fact, he asked me to bring by some books and drop them in his office since I would be in the area.
Yeah, I actually love Rich's class. Sorry, Professor Scott. Yeah, he doesn't teach much anymore, which is a shame because he only gives pass-fail. Yeah, he says that teachers overcorrect and that grades are beneath him.
I actually got into some trouble once with Rich. I confess I snuck an early copy of the midterm exam out of his office, which was really stupid because Rich doesn't usually grade tests. He was really good about it. He told me what I did was dishonest and that any other teacher might have had me expelled. He was also grateful for the Red Sox tickets my father gave him.
Yeah, pass-fail is a real plus with Rich. My girlfriends and I finally figured it out too. All you need to do is compliment him on his hair once a week, and you've got a sure pass.
I know that Rich is known for this whole pass-fail thing, and that's great, don't get me wrong. But here's the thing, and most students know it, they just don't say it. Rich is actually a really good professor. He may be burnt out and rough around the edges, but everybody looks forward to his class.
He's got real personality. It's highly flawed, but it's personality.
You want to know the best thing Rich ever did? He had the you-know-whats to hire John Creed. And John Creed has opened my world up. Right now, we're learning how to make careers as anarchists.
Which one of you cats brought the incense?
Dear Professor Frank Schrute, we, the members of your English Colonies class, deeply admire your suave and virile approach to teaching. You're a true superhero, Frank. Oh, may we call you Frank?
You bet you can.
In addition to our compliment, may we give you a humble piece of advice? We feel that your daily attire does not fully complement your manly persona. We know that you are active in law enforcement, and we wondered if perhaps some fitting regalia from the front lines wouldn't make better symbols of your leadership than shirts and slacks. Perhaps you could sport an occasional weapon, or a nightstick, maybe a badge or a taser. We know you will do the right thing, Frank, for your school and for your country.
Yes, I will. You know I will.
What a week